What's up, guys? I'm Chance. This is Coffee with Chance, and right now I'm about to let you in on some insider secrets on how to make a perfect cup of coffee using any method, anywhere, any place, anytime. You might think this is about to be complicated as all hell, but you're wrong. You might think you're gonna have to go out and buy some $2,000, $3,000 espresso machine. You're wrong. You could accomplish making a great cup of coffee anywhere, anytime with these 4 simple steps. So get ready, get excited, because we're about to make some perfect coffee. Alright guys, number 1, it might seem like common knowledge, but a lot of people still don't do this, and I'm absolutely puzzled as to why not. And that is to always use clean filtered water whenever you're making coffee, no matter what. Gives you the best tasting end result and the cleanest coffee you could possibly make. Let me tell you one thing. A lot of people tell me, hey, Chance, we're already heating up the water in the kettle pretty hard, right below boiling, you know what I mean? That's probably getting rid of all the germs, right? Wrong. Absolutely wrong. If you start off with water that contains impurities to begin with, your coffee in the end is going to contain impurities, no matter what. There's no getting around it. You have to filter it. You have to clean it. Make sure to always use the best materials when making coffee, guys, to get the best end result. It's pretty simple. Number 2, guys, that is to invest in a grinder. Very simple, very easy, but I cannot emphasize any more how important it is to buy whole bean coffee. Let me tell you one thing that might startle you and really shake your mind for the rest of the day. That is, from the time you grind whole bean coffee beans, it loses its freshness within 90 seconds. That's 90 seconds after it's ground, it's stale. So pretty much whenever you go to Vaughn's, whenever you go to Albertsons, you buy these pre-ground packs of coffee. You're buying stale old coffee that doesn't have as much flavor as it possibly could if you ground it right before you used it. And I know, guys, there are many different types of grinders that can range from anywhere from like 20 bucks to guaranteed there are some grinders that are 1,000 plus that have the most specific consistency settings. If you could get those, more power to you. Go get those. 100% would recommend, but I know many people that can't, that could only afford a $20 grinder. And let me tell you, that is absolutely perfect. If you shake it up, if you keep it moving, you could test it around and really get down those consistency settings yourself. Of course, having one with preset consistency settings is always better, but if you can't afford to shell out the money, don't. But still, buy a grinder, get the freshest coffee you can with whole bean coffee. Alright guys, number 3, that is to always stay consistent with your proportions. So if you can, I would highly recommend you go out and buy yourself a kitchen scale. I got this one at Target for 40 bucks. I will put it down in the description. But if you can't, it's alright. You could use volume-based measurements too. Use one of these. It's a 1 tablespoon, little spoon. It's easy. Scoop up the coffee beans, pour it in. And to find the correct proportions, look online. Every method of preparing coffee has their own proportions you should use for that specific method. You can't just mix and match with any type of proportion to any type of preparation. So always be exact with that, guys, to get the fullest tasting coffee you can without it being oversaturated and too bitter. Alright guys, we have made it to number 4, and that is to always be very exact with the timing of your coffee. You don't want to leave it in for too long or too little, because if you do, it will dramatically affect the end taste of your coffee. Let me tell it to you this way. If you leave it in for too long, it'll over extract, leaving the coffee very bitter and very strong. A little too strong, a little too bitter to be delightful, you know what I mean? Whereas if you leave it in for too little or you take it out too quick, it's going to be very, very thin. It's not going to have that full body we're expecting. It's not going to have the full flavors that it would have taken a little longer to extract in the hot water. So yeah, guys, always be very consistent with the timings and make sure to pay attention. You don't want to leave it out. Even a couple seconds could dramatically change the end taste of the coffee. And there it is, guys. 4 simple steps to make any cup of coffee 100 times better, guaranteed. As always, like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.